Imagine Brenda Ueland sitting by her window in Minneapolis, a fresh notebook in hand, sunlight spilling over the pages. She doesn't fret about rules or critics. Instead, she urges us to dig deep, to find the wild, untamed voice inside. But what if the voice you're scared to hear is actually your true self? This book dares you to listen closely and write fiercely before you ever touch a pen. Here's where the magic begins. Brenda insists writing isn't about perfection. It's a conversation with your honest, messy self. But how do you find that voice buried under doubt and noise? Ueland tells a story about a girl in Minneapolis who locked herself away just to write one honest letter. Not polished, not planned, but real. That raw, unfiltered burst was her true self breaking through, the very soul Brenda wants every writer to find and hold onto. Think of writing as a river, not a faucet. Brenda compares it to letting words rush over you, wild and free, instead of trickling cautiously onto the page. When you turn off the judge in your head, creativity floods in, unstoppable and cleansing. The payoff, when you stop chasing perfection and start telling your truth, courage arrives unexpectedly. You find originality, honor, even joy. Brenda's core message, truth roots your writing in honesty, the key that unlocks power, talent, and that rare voice only you possess. Brenda lived by two fierce rules: tell the truth and never do what you don't want. This is more than advice, it's a manifesto for creative freedom. But why was this so radical when she said it? Brenda published 6 million words over 93 years, her secret. She only wrote when burning inside with something urgent and true. Not out of obligation, but because she had to. This honesty gave her writing vitality few ever achieve. Picture a marionette cutting its strings. Brenda says creativity dies under shoulds and musts. When you say no to outside pressure and yes to what sparks your joy, your creative fire flares. Writing becomes less work, more irresistible craving. This approach transforms writing from a chore to a celebration. Brenda reminds us, whenever she says writing, she means any creative act you deeply love. When you honor your passion fully, your work carries energy that moves people and changes you. Brenda calls the center of your being the true conscience. It's your original voice's home. But how do you navigate to this core and make bold, honest choices in your writing and life? Brenda uses the metaphor of a compass, not for the easiest path, but true north toward courage, truth, and beauty. This true conscience guides writers and creators to choose boldly, whether wrestling with a sentence or a life decision. Imagine choosing a garden to tend, not weeds to ignore. Every choice to write with honesty or speak your mind is like planting a seed of beauty and courage. Brenda insists these daily acts build integrity and originality piece by piece. Here's the kicker. Originality is not imitation, but a kind of rebellion against easy answers and social masks. Brenda's insight: when you follow your true conscience, you spark a courageous creativity that can't be copied or coerced. Remember that girl in Minneapolis, sitting by a window, writing a letter without hesitation. You're invited to be her, reckless with honesty, fierce with choice, playful with your truth. So grab any page and write a sentence you're scared to say out loud. That's your true voice. Don't edit, just speak. Try it now. It's the start of everything. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.